Sometimes there is chaos and sometimes there is singularity, and in rare times they are against each other in a match of Counter-Strike. Welcome to the show. My name is Stronglegs. This man right here is William Burns, SCJ, and we will be the ones bringing you the action throughout the series here between what is supposed to be a pretty exciting matchup between these two as they are looking for that semi-finals spot. Actually, I think they're looking for the final spot at this point. Wait, no, semi-final spot. Sorry, I'm confused. But what is not confusing is that Whippy actually seems to be missing on the Chaos roster, Will, and they are using, in fact, Vanity as their fifth.
Huh.
So there's a bit of a mix-up. I think that's going to be a bit of an X factor. And of course, Vanity, having taken on the IGL reigns throughout his recent times in Pro League, has now stepped down into a more of a non-leader role, which, in my opinion, makes a player more complete, and he's kind of has a better understanding of what needs to be done in round to round. So maybe this is the sparking fifth that Chaos is looking for. Of course, Smooya and Whippy both had kind of conflicting roles, right? Both of them being oppers. It was just not meant to be, I guess, for too long. So we are seeing Whippy missing. Not sure if it's permanent. Not sure what the team dynamic behind it is. I'm just speculating, of course. But I think we will not be seeing Whippy return. What are your initial thoughts here, Will?
I gotta be honest, I have no idea how to feel about this. Having Vanity in lieu of Whippy. Whippy was a dominant amount of firepower, so it's gonna be a little bit different. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different in the server. That being said, seeing Singularity yesterday playing against Riot Squad, they did take him to 3 maps. I will say that much. One of them being a 16-14 finish. I still don't feel too confident about their abilities going up against Chaos. But that being said, anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. We got 3 stand-ins for Singularity, 1 for Chaos. It's basically a ringer full of ringers at this point.
Right, but I do feel like Chaos is still kind of the more cohesive team, right? And while Singularity, they are kind of a fresh roster. Maybe there's some players that will be moved around. Maybe they might make the final lineup. Maybe they won't. We're not really sure. These players have played together before, right? Like you said, you worded it perfectly. They're couples of couples, right? These are players that have at some point played together, and now they're kind of in one singular roster, no pun intended. But we should go over the veto, I think, here, right? Because I think that is going to be a very important in this series specifically. So Chaos picked Nuke as their first map. A map that is actually in Singularity's map book, but this is before the roster changes. A map that is typically considered difficult to maneuver if you're a pug team, as it requires obviously a lot of mid-round adjustments, a lot of movement, and excellent communication with protocols on that map specifically. And Singularity picking one of their top maps, Overpass, as the second map. And of course, the decider map is Inferno, as expected between both of these teams, considering how well-versed they are on it. And I think at this point throughout Counter-Strike meta, everyone is well-versed on Inferno.
Oh, yeah. Inferno is always going to be the grand decider when it comes to anything. It has always been the great equalizer map. You could see well-established Tier 1 teams going up against up-and-comers or just outright underdogs, and they can always do amazing, amazing work and take it all the way to the final hour. So, who knows? If we get to that third map, it's going to be a bloodbath, that's for sure. These two teams can definitely go toe-to-toe.
Sure.
But it's all about how Nuke plays out to start things off.
Definitely. And I'm actually really curious to see Vanity take on a role that isn't a leadership role. I always did feel like, although he is obviously a very smart individual, I always felt like he would fit much better in as just allowing him to focus, make decisions on his own, be a risk taker without having the entire responsibility of the team. But knife round is underway. I think the side choice here will happen. And of course, as soon as it does, we will be going straight into the action between these two guys. I am very excited. I'm ready for this. I love these players. I've seen them develop throughout the years, and now we're here. Right now, we're kind of on the upper echelon, the top 20 teams, I would say, in North America, of course. But I think we're almost ready to go. I think the action is about to begin as soon as. And Mel, let's get the show started. Enough talking. Let's see some action.
Oh yes, action indeed. I'll be totally honest, I blanked out. I didn't see who won the knife round. That's right, I forgot that Chaos chose this, so Singularity got to choose the side. It's going to be the CT side. There we go, things are back into order. And what's going to be really orderly is how Moose is going to hit these shots. That's going to be one. That's going to be a second one. Beautiful thing to start way off. Can we find a third one? No, we cannot. It's going to be Shazam to find that one. There's the third. Last one alive is going to be Smooya. the import from the UK, needs to go absolutely. He's doing just that. He was DMing in the pistol service. I was there. I was a witness to it all, and he's been doing fine work. But unfortunately, he's not going to do nearly as well as Moose. A quick quad kill in order to start things off, and Singularity find the first.
And you gotta love that. Moose is already loose in the first round. 4 kills for him in the bag, holding down that ramp beautifully for Singularity, of course, who has ran the bit of a meat grinder setup. But now that is a pistol round, which are pretty RNG, Will. They're a bit coin flippy, right? It's setup versus setup. Now we kind of get into the nitty gritty. This first round will have to be a conversion here for Singularity. Keeping those MP9s up, getting the farm up, not losing much economy is the name of the game. And Chaos, they're pretty much down to just blocks. Except Smooya, of course, picking up a deagle.
Smooya is such a wild card. I love him so much. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to be watching the sights. Moose trying to find that head. He spotted it, but he's not able to play a little game of whack-a-mole on it. He's able to tag down Smooya just a little bit. Smooya firing off right in return, able to take him down to 46. That's going to be a brief encounter won by him. We still have 5 alive for both sides. That doesn't really mean that much in the grand scheme of things.
Now, they do need to kind of avoid getting tagged down by the deagle, right? You don't want Smooya to wear you down. Moose is already at 46. That's already a vulnerable player that could very well be eliminated. That could be an AUG that could maybe be picked up if they can reach him. For now, it is going to be Chaos looking to group up towards ramp. That Molotov will certainly hold him back and push them into this hot player who has an MP9. And Sick has the same thing towards the door. First, the second, and Dapper the crossfire now. And it seems like Sick, he just wants this round over with. He wants that SMG money. And all 5 kills go to the SMGs. That's cash money, baby. For Singularity.
Straight up. Holla, holla, get dollar. Gotta love it. Now there's going to be money in the bank. 6 got enough for an AUG, but he is just going to hold on to that. He's just going to be sitting pretty. Get a little extra money with an MP9. That's going to be the smart way to go about it. But Chaos, they've got full-blown weapons at their disposal now. So it's going to be a little bit rough with these MP9s. It's going to be very tough to see how things go off. Ben's going to go off. That's for sure. Relic's going to trade off for Cam. Get a second one on top of that. That's 1,200 bucks right there. Moose finding one. Relic's taken down soon after by Steel. Man advantage falls into the hands of Singularity, and there's still an MP9 in play in the hands of Sick, and look at him. He's just trailing right behind the red crate, trying to find Steel. He's got to take him out. Quick headshot, running gun. Last one alive is going to be Vanity. He's got the AK in his hand. 1v3, no bomb on his person. It's very, very much lost at the feet of Sick, but he does have a lot of utility to work with, and a lot of time as well.
Yeah, that's the thing that's working the most in his favor right now, right? Is that time. That whole minute left in the round here. Sick. Maybe not even need some time. It's going to be a straight shot to the head. Vanity is eliminated, and you got to love that call from Singularity, right? You have MP9s. You're expecting that, okay, maybe they're just going to lobby crunch with the MP9s. They know that the MP9s are available for Singularity, right? They say, no, we're going to bring those MP9s up close, fight outside control, knowing that Chaos would opt to go in that direction, take advantage of their long-range weapons, and Singularity are one step ahead right now. That's 3 rounds on the board. Flashes up the roof. We're going to get the bomb down the vent, and the bomb gets down the vent. Casualties are there. Smooya is down to 7 HP, but as long as he gets the bomb planted here, that's all that matter. But Relics, not quite going to let that happen, Will.
Ooh, second one. Yeah, bodies are just falling left and right. Drowning Pool's not the soundtrack for this, but bodies are hitting the floor. And that's going to be a 4th for Singularity. Their CT side is just so strong. So, everything that I said about Singularity before this, yeah, incorrect. Sorry. Turns out they're giving Chaos a run for their money just to kick things off.
Yeah, you kind of have to take into account that this was one of Moose's better maps at one point, right? He's incredibly strong on this map. And Singularity are overall all incredibly talented on this. On every lineup iteration these players have been on, Nuke has been part of the map pool, right? It's not weak by any means, but Smooya does finally respond back. He has the first blood. That's the loose Moose. He's been tied up a little bit.
It's going to be Relic that gets tied up, flamed out, pushed out. He's not going to have a chance in order to contest in that position anytime soon. Shazam, currently waiting in secret. Trying to make sure that his secret is not known anytime soon. That could get awfully frustrating awfully fast if he's found out in that position. Oh, minute 10 left on the clock. Things are getting a little bit quiet. Biding our time till the next push.
Oh, that molly is so awkward. That actually might give
awkward.
Shazam an opportunity here, and Dapper has a bit of a smoke. He has a gap in the smoke. It seems like Chaos are just making small little errors that are costing them so much. And what was an advantage for Chaos is gone now. It's a man advantage for Singularity. 45 seconds left on the clock. And Chaos, they're being funneled into mini, where 3 players are defending here for Singularity.
Dapper finding the second one. Make that 3 quick headshots for him. Last one alive is going to be Suya, and he's got his weapon of choice in his hands. Unfortunately, it's not looking very choice for him. 3 kills is all he can muster up, but another 3 for Dapper as well. Singularity bringing this 5 to zip. Chaos don't really have an answer back yet.
And the lack of bomb plan is certainly not helping the situation here for Chaos. So it is going to be pistols once again, Will. And this is a round that is favored for Singularity, so potential 6-0 is definitely in the cards.
But it's never a full-blown guarantee.
Yeah, exactly. Anything can happen, especially with pistols and armor running at you, right?
Very true. All bunched together in the trophy room. Look at the shiny goblets on the wall, wondering what could have been. And Shazam, and now he's moving into position. Shazam holding Smooya's kill stick. That's going to be awfully rough for Ben. He's going to have to fall, hit the dirt awfully early for him and his teammates. Minute 10 left on the clock. There's still a lot of time to play with, but not a lot of weaponry to work with. They're just making their way to the B site. Gonna see what's Relic's in window room, though. And he is just waiting, biding his time. One spots one, not able to get a single kill. That is egg on his face and then some. Steel able to take him down. Sick soon after, going to trade him out. Bomb will go down. Extra $800 onto their name. Spray down comes through. Beautiful work from Sick. But he's going to be done. The M4A4. But he's not going to go down. No, he will go down. My apologies.
Yeah, Smooya's actually dying hard right now, it seems. It seems like every time he's in these clutch scenarios, like, he's taking down at least 2 people with him. It's insane. You can't really discount Smooya when he's alive, but his efforts are just not enough right now. Chaos, they have 2 players. Actually, I guess there's an assist for Vanity, but they have 2 players that are about to be promoted to James Bond, Will. Not something you want to see on your map pick here, especially if you're Chaos. And I think what's also concerning to me is that it doesn't seem like Chaos really have found any sort of adjustment or response.
Not quite. I feel like they're just trying to brute force their way into a round win, and it's just not working. Moose getting that kill on a Smooya.
Jesus.
That's silencing the rat awfully fast. Jesus. Now, up in the hands of Vanity, he has yet to get anything on the board. He's got an assist, but that's about it. ADR 41. Rough stuff. He needs to find himself something. It's not happening anytime soon. All that warming up, all for naught.
Yeah, I think Moose has been doing his own warm-ups. I want to know what he's on, because he's 160 ADR, probably even more now. Now, this angle that Moose is in is incredibly strong, Will. It denies control and denies ability for players to cross in the outer courtyard if it's not cleared well. And an angle that's relatively difficult to fight as well. Now, Steel, Vanity, Cam, they're making their way down secret. Sick is here, though. He will have eyes on them. And he's playing the jump spot with HE in his hand, so he will be able to do some damage as a greeting card. But if Cass is able to eliminate him, maybe to get some opportunity here. I love that boost. That's an equalizer.
That's a fun little boost. Steel, the mind, the myth, the legend coming in clutch, but it's going to be Relics to take down him. Cam traded him out. Now it's going to be a 3v3, 23 seconds remaining on the clock. The bomb is in the position where they could plant it. Going to do just that. A little bit of an unorthodox position, a little open, but that's going to be a mighty fine advantage for the Chaos players. Shazam and Moose in a position of retake. Shazam able to take down one. Moose pushing up as well. Cam's going to take him down. Now it's going to be a 2v1. Shazam, the last player, alive. Like a rat in the vents, he's going to be running through, trying to cause some trouble and make some noise, but it's going to be the fire that obscures every single step that he's got. He's got one chance, one opportunity to make the strike, but he's going to get taken down from the top rope. Cam finally gets on the board with 3. Chaos finally gets on the board with 1.
Sometimes it's palm sweaty and sometimes it's mom spaghetti, and this time it seems like he'll just get cooked. Singularity dropping the round. Chaos, they finally respond back. That opening pick, though, I love that little boost to open up the secrets there. Open up their ability to get on the B site, not taking much damage and not getting delayed by 6 utilities. So solid work there from Chaos. Finally, we see some sort of adjustment here for Chaos in the mid-round. Shazam sitting in the fire. He loves those mollies, man. He's just sitting in them every time.
He's just having fun. He's laughing up a storm. You know Shazam. That man has got a laugh that can cure any incurable disease. I just love him to death. And you know he's giggling up a storm just like, oops. Ha ha ha.
Now, this is a bit of a different round, isn't it, here for Chaos? They're throwing the outside smokes. They have their lurker Cam just doing his thing, applying some pressure, looking for angles. Maybe if he can catch someone on the rotate, maybe if he can catch someone being a little too confident on the outside control. That might be an opening pick, but right now, it seems like Singularity are completely ready for what is looking like a ramp explode here for Chaos, as they're just waiting for the right time. And that flashbang should allow them at least some opportunity to gain ground here.
Here comes a little bit of a flash execute. Exploding onto the side. There's going to be Moose exploding heads. Only be able to make that one head singular. Ben trades him out, but look at this big flank coming out from Dapper. Taking down Smooya, that's going to be one and done. And he's going to fall back. He does not want to take any more chances. Oh, man, down. Chaos. Feeling a little chaotic right here and now. Ben, a little bit of a sloppy spray down, but he's able to take down Dapper. If he's ready for this second play, he's going to have a great time. It's going to be Shazam with one, Sick with the second. Last one alive is going to be Cam. He's in a rock and a hard place, and he just got crushed. 7-1. Tough way to start for Chaos.
Yeah, this is an incredibly tough way to start. It seems like Chaos, they really just can't get anything going. They try the ramp aggression. They're instantly getting flanked by Dapper. They're instantly getting flanked by, I think it was Sick, who was right behind him as well. And of course, Cam not really being able to get much done on the outside. Lurk is certainly not helping things right now for Chaos. So I'm not really sure what the response is for them right now. It seems like their overall strategy, their overall decisions are a little bit telegraphed. And the gaps are just easily being read right now by Singularity.
Yeah, it looks that way. Singularity, they just know exactly what to do. Well, here's the thing. Singularity with this roster, with this three-man swap situation, there's not a lot they could really expect as a squad. Individually, yeah, you know how some players going to play. Shazam, of course, is going to go off. Moose going to do a little bit of the same. Everyone else, they're just going to play where they need to play. Chaos, they've only got the one swap out, which is Vanity. And other than that, you kind of know how these players are going to play. So Singularity, they did their homework against Chaos, and they know exactly how to counter everything. And Chaos, they just don't know what to do. Singularity, they're playing relatively puggy on a very structured map. Great shot coming out onto Sick. Smooya traded out for the same amount of damage. That is a kill that you needed to open up, and it just did not happen.
Yeah, that hero up kill would have certainly helped things here for Chaos. At least spread the defenses thin. Now Singularity just reinforces the A site. The smokes are going to come through the roofs. This is interesting execute. Bubble smokes. Flash is going to go out. That should allow them the opportunity to get outdoors. Down the vents they go. Dapper's on top of the hut. He could actually get eliminated. He gets dinked by the CZs. That's certainly going to push him back. And right now, Chaos, they have free reign to just go down the vents.
Look at this. Oh! Steal with one. Traded out by 6. Smooya with another one. That hero up. Finally coming alive on the server. Now it's only 10 seconds remaining on the clock, and there's seldom little they can do. If the bomb gets dropped, if the bomb gets lost, then that's going to be round over. But the bomb does go down. 2v3, Singularity in a rough predicament, especially with relics going down in the vents. Last one alive is going to be Shazam with that op from heaven. He's trying to rain hell down onto the players of Chaos. Find one head. That's going to be one and done. Now 2 more to go. Cam, he's playing from lobby. I had to think about that for a second. My apologies.
Okay, right now he's in the heaven. He doesn't really have the kit, but he spotted one on the ground. No smoke for the smoke defuse. So, I mean, right now he has to eliminate both players. The flashes are just keeping him at bay. Time is ticking. And just solid work right there between Vanity and Cam to secure that 2v1. But what is even more impressive to me, Will, was that strategy from Chaos. That was beautiful to watch. It seemed like Singularity had no idea how to defend against something so unorthodox and unusual.
Yeah, I think that's playing very much into their favor, because now Singularity, they're calling a timeout. Their money is trash right now. Shazam and Moose, they've got cash, but everyone else is kind of just in a mess situation.
Mm-hmm. Did they go off this? 5.2k for Shazam, 5k for Moose. Pretty well Pretty well timed timeout, if I say so myself, Will.
I'd say so, yeah.
It's usually like my biggest pet peeve is like these players never take their timeouts for some reason. You don't need to make important decisions in 15 seconds.
Got an extra minute to talk. If you need to, just real quick, run to the restroom, do your thing, splash some water on your face, figure things out.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for the hero up. Hero on 4. CZ's in armor for everyone else. D go for relics.
Honestly, I wouldn't have picked better players in order to have this situation on the Singularity side. Shazam with the op, that's gonna go crazy. Moose gonna do a little bit of the same with the M4. Everyone else is just there to be backup singers and dancers for this two-man show that is the heroes and on the CT side.
Yeah, and Moose is that player, right? Like, he's that guy you can just leave on his own and holding down ramp, and you know he's going to get at least 1 or 2 kills before he falls. It's very unlikely you'll see Moose not finding at least one person.
Smuya, please.
Yeah, I see it. Oh, go for it.
Oh,
Do it, just do it. Just do it, Smuya. Just trust your UK blood. Just trust it. Just trust your instinct.
Oh my god. Come on, come on. Hey, more.net, just do it.
Word.exe, execute this, Smuya. Okay. Opening
Gan's
pick.
got Moose. That's going to be rough. Ben watching from the top rope. He's going to make sure that no one goes down to the secret except for his teammates. He's able to find out sick. That's going to be mighty, mighty fine. Now, did you spot where Moose got dropped? Because that's going to be an M4 totally lost to the CT side otherwise.
Yeah, he's in the open in no man's. Like, he's right next to the secret entrance.
Oh, that's going to be rough then.
Yeah, and if they go for it, Ben's just waiting patiently. Like, he is more than happy to be up here this whole round, just guarding that M4. Oh, relics, that's awkward. Now he's been spotted. They know exactly where Ben is, but Ben is aware that he's being surrounded by hungry CT swarms right now, looking for a weapon, looking for anything. Okay, maybe he's a predator after all, Will. Maybe we got this situation all wrong.
I mean, look at the kind of weapon that he's got. Look at just how disgusting that is. That is the weapon of an absolute predator, apex predator, if you will. Really do love that skin, though.
The op skin?
Yeah, Shazam.
Or
no.
the SG skin?
Yeah, the SG that Ben's got.
Cameraman, can we get an SG? Oh, wait, hold on. Hold that thought for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
we'll look at
ready
it next
for this one.
time.
Okay, there it is. Can we get a Ben cam on his SG?
Do we need a Ben cam? Damn it.
Let me see that. Let me see that SG, baby.
He's gonna show his knife.
Oh, that knife is pretty sick. Yeah, I like the. He's got style, Ben. All right.
Ben's running with that yellow. Nope, never mind.
That little gold. It's more gold. I like it.
Well, and it beats our red inventory.
Come on, man. Just show us your SG, man.
Come on, come on. We asked for so little. There it is. Look at that. That's a pretty gun.
Oh, that is a pretty good. That's in the latest case. I think so. What are the last 2 cases? That I know.
Something like that.
Either way, right now, Singularity, unfortunately, Will, their force buy netted them nothing. They got nothing back for that. No payments. Not even economic damage. Hardly any. Now it's once again Chaos in the driver's seat round. It's going to be the first 1-for-1 trade there. Singularity are more than happy with that. But Ben is holding down. He's once again being swarmed from all directions. And now it gets really awkward because if you decide to fight the stack, it could spiral out of control. Cam, Smuya, it might just have to be Cam by himself. But Moose responds back. Smuya legs Moose. And now he's in the 1v1. And the Smuya with the Glock peek. So close. So messy, but around for Chaos nonetheless, and that could have got out of control. Couldn't have.
I clenched.
I was
so
clenching.
hard.
I was clenching.
I could form a pearl down here. That honestly, I'll say this: Chaos being put up against the ropes like that. Singularity got 4 of those weapons out of hands on a full eco, like barely anything invested in there, if anything at all. Chaos, they might have gotten the point on the board, but they lost that round.
Yeah, it really set them behind. Now I feel like they're a lot more resettable. But it really will depend on how these next couple rounds unfold, right? Now, Moose is in a bit of an X-Factor position. He might be able to wedge this entire economic plan here for Chaos. He's in a strong position. A position known for many multi-frag clips. Let's see if he can make it work. For now, it seems like Chaos will actually commit to the outside control this time with the wall of smokes. With the player high ground, Ben kind of providing them cover while they gain some ground.
Sound keeps coming through. Steel's going to take down. Awfully nice. Shazam with an M4. That's a little bit of a rarity. He's going to find Steel through the smoke. Now things are evened up. 55 seconds remaining on the clock. Look at that big boost coming up from Smuya. Oh, Smuya.
Oh, relics. He goes right under it, but Smuya still hits a flick. Do they expect Dapper to be here, though? That's the real question. It won't even matter whether they expect him or not. Cam, he's going to eliminate him, move him out of the equation. Shazam and Sick now to clutch this one off. Shazam has done a lot of earlier damage, Will. Now, it's a little awkward because Chaos hasn't quite committed yet. But they are opening themselves up for opportunities to get picked apart. That's one. If one more goes their way... Ooh! He just sat on an egg, Will. He just sat on that.
Yeah, just a little bit. Bit of a shame. Sick's gonna be the last one alive. Totally separated from the Scythe. He's just gonna save his weapon. Smart move. Shakes his head. He just says, no, I don't want to deal with this. I do not blame you whatsoever.
Okay, so maybe that economic damage did not play a huge factor considering they're able to chain these rounds together. But 5 rounds on this T side. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
There's room for more. And the economy here for Singularity is vulnerable, Will. So this is an opportunity for Chaos to pick up one more. Get that 6 on the board, guaranteed.
Yeah. So real quick, I actually found out this fun fact yesterday. But Sick has got quite an interesting collection of teams that he's attended a major with. He's attended with his twins. He's been with Complexity, most recent one. Mm-hmm. The one before that, he was Rogue, and then Misfits.
Oh, that is interesting.
That's an eclectic collection of teams to have one's name under at the major.
Although I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know what? The man is consistent, at least. I will give him that.
He keeps getting to majors, yeah. He's got 3 signatures in the game. Not a lot of people could say that.
Now, I do feel like he's always gotten the worst end of the deals when roster changes happened. And
yeah, he really has.
Shuffles came.
He was briefly on Cloud9, if I recall, during that messy era last year. Yeah? Or am I thinking of Psalm? I can't remember. Yeah. I think I'm thinking of Psalm.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was Sick. Yeah, I don't remember that.
I'll have to look that up.
All right, now let's see if he has anything to say in this round. Triple major attender Sick. Now he's in the lobby. He has an M4. There's no one home. He catches the timing. He could derail this entire round. Now he's hearing all the smokes outside. He's calling that lobby's pretty much clear. Vanity is about to be met with a... Ooh. Back down the ladder you go, vermin.
A little bit of whack-a-mole in the server. Love how slow and quiet this push is from Chaos right now. Basically taking the A site without so much as a peep. They essentially have it now. Steel's taking outside control. He's going to be watching from the grandstands in heaven. No one's really pushing. Dapper's going to be on the A site, trying desperately in order to make something work with the CZ. Not going to happen. That long reload from the CZ-75 going to take him down. Smuya going down soon after, but the bomb will be planted in the end. Just the last one alive. That with CZ dropped down from heaven. That's a 6 for Chaos. A quiet start to kick things off, but now they're starting to come alive.
Yeah, these rounds are beginning to look a lot more convincing too, aren't they? I actually feel like Chaos have game plans that are working out for them now. They do know how to approach these rounds after they got shut down early. I think they just weren't really prepared for the kind of aggression and confidence that Singularity brought early on. But I think now they seem to have somewhat stabilized. Vanity trying to get down the ladder, and down the ladder he goes. This is an incredibly strong position to have early, Will. It limits the movement, it limits the rotations for the CT side, and it makes it so that they're always paranoid on ramp room. Relics, he's beginning to investigate. It's really going to come down to timing here between him and Vanity, but this duel is so... Oh, they just walked right by each other. Ooh. The only problem with Vanity's position, though, is that you kind of have to make an audible to do anything down here. If you want to go through the windows, you have to break them. If you want to go through the doors, you have to open them. All these can be heard.
Basically, it's breaking and entering. You're going to hear that glass hit the floor, and you better hear a body hit the floor soon after. That's essentially what's going through your mind when you're Vanity. With a minute left on the clock. All 5 still kicking for both sides. Something's got to happen. Something's got to give.
Yeah, this is really weird. I think Vanity's calling that lower B side's mostly clear. And now I think getting that kill might have pulled him. Otherwise, actually, Relics gives away his position just a little bit too soon. He might have actually had the jump on them had he just been a bit more patient. But they both get eliminated. Both Dapper and Relics. Vanity doing a great job. Just lurking. Just sitting, not forcing anything. Not doing anything that is too eager. And they win purely by positions.
He's starting to figure out his role in the team little by little. I mean, he had such a quiet start to kick things off, but now he's 5-8. Still not illustrious by any means, but he's starting to come alive.
Yeah. And Chaos do need that person, right? Like, they need that risk taker. They need that person that's willing to go down the vents by themselves, that's willing to go through smokes, that's willing to just do these crazy confident plays. They don't really have that person apart from
There you go, Smooya.
Nice shot, yeah. That helps things, but we're tied. We went from a 6-0 to a 7-7, Will. That's a bit of a drop-off. And by bit, I mean gigantic-sized drop-off for Singularity.
Yeah. Last round of the first half. Things are gonna change in momentum surely after this. Perhaps Singularity could bounce back. Perhaps Chaos could just keep this momentum going and close things out on the CT side in the second half. Only time will tell.
Chaos, they're looking up the speed here a little bit, Will. They're already down the outside. They're looking for those battles. They're not willing to smoke it off. They're just looking for those angles, and it's going to be Smooya with the opt to eliminate Shazam. And they're not stopping either. Moose is going to try to hold them back with the smoke, and they're not liking the way that feels. They are just going to walk off and avoid the nade.
I do notice, though, is that Dapper's got that XM in his hand. Steel also burning alive in the fire. He's only got 4 HP, pushed back by Moose.
Everyone had a smoke for him.
I think they wanted to just want to teach him a lesson. You know, you ever touch the stove and it was hot? You get that burn when you were younger? I think that's what happened. Now Smooya flaming off that stairwell. Relics, oh my god, this is such a great opportunity for him. He gets so much here. He's got 1. He's got 2 somehow by some sort of miracle. He goes down. Smooya's finding him, and a second one before going down himself. Singularity closed things out as it started off with a win on the board. 8-7. They barely take the lead.
Yeah, wow. That is a huge drop-off. Everything was going so convincing early on for Singularity. I was beginning to believe that maybe they could steal away this map pick, but with an 8-7 finish, I mean, 7 rounds on T-Stat for Chaos is plenty, right? They're incredibly happy with that, especially considering how that half started. But now they are on the CT side, and now Singularity have an opportunity to begin strong, just like they did in the first half, right? Pistols are incredibly random. This is an opportunity to steal the economy, steal that momentum, and potentially just let Chaos cool down a little bit. Ben spots him coming into the A site, and the action begins.
Little by little. Ben from the top rope. He's just going to allow the bomb to go down. Shazam watching as well. Very careful not to make any rash decisions anytime soon. Cam with a flash. He actually flashed out his own teammates. Shazam and Dapper going down. Vanity soon after will take a kill off board. Cam and Relics both doing some work. Last one alive will be Cam, and he's not going to be too long for this world either. Singularity with a 9th. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. Shazam and Smooya were both in the playoffs at the London Major, and they got their little trophies to show it. That's kind of neat.
That is kind of neat.
The respective operas of those teams that competed, both in the same server here and now. The tiny facts.
Yeah, it's crazy to think of that. You know, these people are on teams with Cam, Ben, Vanity, people who have just recently gotten their spotlight. You know, Dapper, Moose, like these guys have within only the last year have gotten their spotlight in the pro scene and started competing at a really high level. So it's so interesting to see develop over time, man.
Yeah, I recall seeing Moose when he was playing with Rise Nation, and I thought so many great things were going to come out of that roster, and unfortunately it just kind of crumbled. So I'm glad that Moose is starting to come into his own in this day and age, and hopefully 2020 becomes his year.
Now the wall of smokes are here for Singularity. It seems like based on the smoke's positions, they are actually going to be committing at least some players down the secret. Actually, maybe not. Dapper, Shazam still looking for peaks. They're just trying to figure out this riddle, right? They have an idea Chaos is forced up. They're not sure if they're stacked. They're not sure if they're running some sort of trap setup. And they're going to waste a lot of time to clear it out.
Yeah, they gotta be very careful with this. Very, very careful. Shazam just sneaking around. Steel. Oh, he hears the footsteps. He knows there's going to be lots of bodies to see. He's doing a lot of damage, but it's going to be Dapper and Shazam in order to take him down. Rough way in order to start things off. The defense for Chaos has been ruptured. from the sides and front as Moose gets that bomb down. 3v5. Now questions arise whether they should go for it or not, and they're just going to save their weapons. They're just going to play for exits, and look at this. Cam and Relics, they know exactly what's going on. That's got to put the fear of God into him. Singularity with a 10th.
Yeah, Singularity break the double digits. And like I said, right, this is pistol round conversions. Always a little random, but Chaos still do have some of the weapons saved over from the force buy. So they will have the double scout. They will have this deagle. That actually, the rainbow nades for Cam, that will certainly help things in this next round. But this is a good amount of money. 5 players kept alive. If they can eliminate this round out of Chaos 2, they'll put them at 11 and a good chunk of money. But they do need to avoid that brawl, right? They can't let this round get too brawly. This round was a lot more clinical. They took their time. They cleared mini. They cleared one angle at a time. And they broke the crossfire on the A site. Let's see it do it again. Double scouts for Chaos. Let's see if Vanity and Smooya have something up their sleeves here.
Oh, one can only hope. Vanity has been having a rough time so far in this entire game. I think he's just got a little bit of nerves being called a ringer into this matchup, if you will. Dapper's going to take him down. He has no cares whatsoever for his well-being. Now Smooya, he's going to have the second shot at this. Scout in his hands. He knows exactly where Moose is playing from. He needs to find that shot if he ever wants a chance in order to get himself and this team into this game. Moose finds one. Awfully rough.
It seems like yeah, I was just gonna say Singularity are just taking their time. They're being so clinical in these rounds, not even giving up a single risk away. Now it's gonna be bad.
Look at that pre-fire.
Yep, and that's it. Cleaned up. 5 alive. That's exactly what you want if you're Singularity. Now your economy is booming, Will. This is the perfect start that they wanted in the second half. Double 5 players alive. Pistol round secured. You have yourselves a nice, comfortable lead that gives you room for error here on this T side. But now Chaos have what they saved for, right? The full utility, the kits, the ops, single one for Smooya. Steel more than happy to downgrade for the extra utility and kit. Let the action begin. Outside control. There is double opportunities missed now for Smooya. A bit uncharacteristic. He goes for the triple three-peak, and he gets eliminated in the process. But man advantage still lies with Chaos, but not until Moose takes it away and vents.
Smooya, honey, what is happening? I mean, like, I literally was just playing DMs with him, and he was clicking heads like no one's business. What happened?
Are you just flexing on us?
No. I got bodied left and right, man. Like, there's no caster bias here. I got smushed to death by Smooya. There was nothing I could have done. I just laid there like a slug. It was my only defense.
Yeah, triple misses, not something that you see Smooya do often.
There's likely a reason for that. You know, like your brain sees two things and just kind of splits the difference in the middle. I mean, you see a lot of pro players, even at the very tippy top, do that whenever they try to go for a spray down or go for a peek. They just meet in the middle usually. I'll tell you what does work. Sick going for that headshot onto Cam, getting that bomb down as well. Singularity in a very comfortable position as Vanity and Ben. They're just left there scratching their heads. Oh, look at the peek. Dapper's found him. And whack-a-mole. He's gonna go down. Last one alive is gonna be Vanity, and yeah, he's just chilling.
But yeah, back to your point. I think you're onto something. I think that's why strength by numbers works, right?
Yeah.
It's just having presence of other players makes people's brains go haywire, and it adds so much pressure on them. Make them miss, give them duress, stress them out a little. And that's when humans perform the worst, Will. Under stress, under duress. Oh, gets the kill off that. So expensive round for Singularity, but I think they're more than happy to trade those kills for the round as they extend their lead to 12 and 7. Money still more than fine for Singularity. Likely will be over the 27,000 post buy here. Actually might just drop right under that. 24,000 post buy. Still, that's still another full buy available, right, for Singularity in this next round. No worries, no problems. Chaos. Pistols on armor and max 7 for Vanity. And an opening pick.
That's what you like to see. Sick trading out Steel, but Steel's going to get that sick 1D onto him. Dapper trading out Ben in that situation. Chaos, they do not have a lot to work with, but they can still work with this, that's for sure. And oh, please get a kill. Oh, damn it. That's going to be Cam and Smooya reduced down to nothing more than secondhand pistols. Door swings open. 6 swings onto the door. Smooya needs to get this headshot. That weapon out of hand, and that's exactly what he does. Nice little kill. SG recovered. Second one could be recovered, but it's not going to happen. They just clean things up, but it's going to be Moose to ensure the win goes in the way of Singularity.
Again, sloppy, but not entirely a big deal. Chaos, they really need to start putting up numbers now. This is a 6-round deficit, Will. They need to get assertive here in this round. They have everything that they need. No downgraded weapons, triple kits, full utility, opt for Smooya. I want to see if they change it up. I mean, them playing Tenet is working. Steal. Holding the off angle, lined up for Shazam's head. As soon as he hears that door open, he sprays through. It works. Opening pick for Chaos.
That's exactly what they need in this situation. Still getting that kill is so... It's the paramount of success. I almost said tantamount, but that's the exact opposite. My apologies. My English is not very good. It's my first language, after all.
That's quite a roller coaster of a sentence.
That really was, dude. Goodness, minute 10.
Jokes aside, nice return frag from Sick. Squeezing out Steel out of the little mini position. There's really no adjustments being made right now. Yeah, they're more than happy to just sit and wait for the hit to come in. All smokes. It's giving away Singularity's intent, but Cam's in a great position to fight back. That's the first. Gets immediately deleted by Moose, who follows up with a second kill onto Ben. Brings it back into the 2 versus 2. Now the bomb will be planted. Dapper has the high ground here. It might actually catch Smooya off guard because you can't quite see him. A missed shot from Smooya once again. And Smooya, excuse me, just fumbling with his weapons. The nade. That's a Kobe. Dapper with the second punch onto Vanity. And it is Singularity. Finding the 14th on the board. Breaking Chaos's economy once again. Putting them right under that buy round. And I feel like if you're Chaos, you almost need to force buy here. Your chances of winning 8 rounds in a row are so slim. But also, if you buy, you have less than ideal weaponry.
And they're on the CT side of Nuke, and they've won not a single round. That is a head-scratcher and a half. That is rough if you're on Chaos's side. Maybe in this situation, like, they're talking over what they want to do in this round, but they're also attempting to make a game plan for Overpass if things do not pan out. I mean, it is defeatist to talk in that manner, but sometimes you just gotta dust yourself off, realize what went wrong, and just say, you know what? We'll get them on the second map. We'll make this a 3-mapper.
No. Knowing these guys, there's 0% chance they're considering Overpass right now. These guys are ahead in the game. They're not giving this one up for free. Nothing's free around these parts, Will.
And that's why you're better than me at this game.
Are you a defeatist? Are you the guy that calls GG after you lose pistol round?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
But you're facing level 10 and I'm not. That's all I need to say.
Alright, let's see what they got. So they go for kind of a mixed bag buy, right? They go for the half, but they allow Cam the hero hog in the left side, or I guess right side, depending on perspective, I suppose. But he is in that really strong position that we talked about earlier. A position that is relatively hard to clear. What they're doing is they have him cutting off the A split, something that has been working well for Singularity. And they have the 2 players, Smooya and Vanity, down below, giving away secret, right? Allowing Singularity the confidence to lurk in the secret halls, but when they commit to the B site, they might be caught by surprise. Now, the only problem with this setup is the A site is incredibly weak right now. It's only Ben, I believe, here on this A site.
He's only got a CZ in hand. That is not
Long
the best
range,
weapon
too.
to have on there. Yeah. He's in a rough one, to say the least. But look at that. All the T players are making their way outside. Not a single sound being made. Basically going to be gifted and granted access to the B site. Single smoke going down. They don't need to do much about it. Cam, he's totally unaware of the situation. He's probably making a lot of gestures to the site, telling people, hey, get ready on the B site. There's going to be a push towards it. But he's not making a motion towards it anytime soon himself. 3 players in window room. 1 towards Squeaky. Firing's going to come through. Shots fired. Dapper takes down Danity in order to open up the site. This could be the last chance for the Chaos side, and they're just asleep.
That's called trigger discipline, Will. And sometimes trigger discipline does not pay out.
Not at all.
Singularity.
Ben, the last one's alive.
Mm-hmm.
They got weapons at hand. I think this might be the safe call.
Yeah, this is definitely a safe call. No doubt. They have an SG, they have an AUG, looking to fight back in this next round, and Singularity have put themselves in a very favorable win condition, Will. They have 8 round attempts to close off this game before overtime happens.
Goes off. That's going to be match point in the server for Singularity. 15-7 is where it's at right now. Chaos, they need to string together 8 rounds in a row in order to win out against Singularity. It's not to say that it's impossible, but it's going to be really hard.
It's never really impossible, right? It's just less probable, I guess. Sometimes so little probability that it can be deemed impossible. Opening frag. Chaos has been doing at least a good job of finding that open frag via stealing the door, via the early play. But this time they're a bit more reserved. Now they're just patiently waiting. I love this play from Singularity, right? Just blow open the door early, and as long as that door is open, it's just really stressful for the defenders. It forces them to use utility early. It forces them to be a little bit less tight on the movement.
These players just scoped in, ready for the first strike to come through. Then holding door. Moose doing the same. All shifting positions. Barely any presence being known across the sites. They're just biding their time for the time to strike. Vanity on the ramp room. This could be such an important play for him if he hits these shots. He's gonna fall back in position. He's gonna take the strike. He's gonna take down one, do a lot of damage, but it's not gonna be enough in order to convert it to a string of kills. But look at how much damage has been done on the Singularity side. 3 out of 4 players are down to half HP.
It almost looks identical. It's a little bit more in favor for Chaos, but overall, I mean, Singularity are more than happy for the 1-for-1 trade, but now Smooya showing his presence with the op. Finally, he's come to life. He's looking for more. The second one comes in hand as well, but he's not quite expecting Shazam. And Dapper with the 1-2 punch onto Cam. The bomb needs to be recovered. With 10 seconds left, there actually is an opportunity here for Ben to claim this clutch, but he has to go quickly. He's not hearing the information correctly. Oh, that's a missed jump. That's not when you want to make movement errors.
Oh, he was getting a kit.
Yeah, he was. Oh, Shazam snuck right under him, and into the open he goes. And that is going to be Singularity stealing away Chaos's map pick. And now we will be moving on to the second map, which is Singularity's map pick. And they're more than happy for this kind of turnout. I don't think they were expecting it. I knew they were confident coming into this one, but expecting the map pick here on Chaos's side is huge for Singularity. And I think them stealing that one away is going to put them in a really favorable for this best of 3, Will.
It's putting them in an absolutely awesome position, actually. I will say this. I had all thoughts that Chaos were going to be able to take this one very, very soundly, but Singularity, they had other thoughts, and boy howdy are those thoughts quite large and loud. But we're going to be moving on into the second map, which is going to be Overpass in due time. Here's hoping for Chaos to bounce back and do whatever the hell they need to do in order to make sure that they can force it into a third. But Singularity, they're going to try to keep that momentum going. Again, like, if you looked at the scoreline, Chaos didn't win a single CT round. No, they won 1. My apologies.
Yeah, they did win one towards the end.
Yeah.
But that is concerning, right? Like, we saw an A7 half. We're thinking, okay, this next half, it's CT side for Chaos, or they're really going to step up to the plate. And, of course, Singularity have made so many roster changes recently and drastically changing their lineup, that, of course, takes away all their setups and all their strategies that they've been practicing. So I was not personally expecting them to have such a strong performance. I knew they had the potential for it, right, considering how experienced these players are. But the fact that they showed up incredibly strong in the beginning of the CT half and then started the second half the same way on T side of Nuke is really inspiring confidence. And I think the second map is going to be amazing. And I'm hoping for a third, but I think the second map is going to be very interesting, and we will go to a break and have that action coming for you soon. But before we go on break, please do follow our socials: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Any socials you got, we're on there too. Follow along with our content. Check out win.gg. And of course, follow this beautiful man. His ad's down here below, and mine is here as well. And follow our producer and observer, Melanie. She does an amazing job. She deserves more credit. For now, we are going to cut to a break. We will be back soon on Overpass, Singularity's map pick.